So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pause the OG series. I don't think I'm going to be able to come back to it with the current workload I have with my real job and with the current pace of releases of the live game. If you're upset by this or disappointed, I definitely understand. I do apologize, but like I said, I want to make sure I am delivering the best videos that I can to you guys. Yeah, hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from with this. And like I said, I am really sorry if you were looking forward to that.
Well, you asked for it. Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 6 originally dropped September 27th, 2018, over 7 years ago. But I missed out on it. As a new player that started playing in Chapter 6, I've checked out some of the previous OG seasons in the past and had a blast. But eventually I decided to take a little break. Due to popular demand, I've decided to jump back in and see what has changed since I stepped away. To make things more interesting, I played during the Fortnitemares update, and I won't stop playing until I get a Victory Royale. So without further ado, let's go ahead and travel back to Chapter 1 Season 6 with Fortnite OG. We're not going to waste any time because I am so excited for you guys to see everything that happens in this video. We're just going to dive right back into it, and I have to say, even though I felt like I needed a break from the OG series, it feels good to be back. Sometimes you just need to take a step away to really appreciate something, you know what I mean? And I have to say, I think that Omen Hunter Calamity is a great skin. I can definitely see why some people are a big fan of it. Man, it sure was a great idea for me to pick up this OG pass with Fortnite item shop code Haunted House. What a great way for me to get new things and support the channel at no extra cost.
Was that a good call to action ad read? Do you think it was integrated smoothly enough? What'd you say? Oh, my mic's still on? Oh.
Game 1 started like any other. We landed at Snobby Shores and looted up, then kicked off our grand return to OG by executing a bot. My teammate, Chicken Pimp, offered some sound advice.
Hey bro, y'all better not be dying, bro. Y'all better be living.
Another player walks up on me and I'm able to score my second kill.
Hey, don't worry, I'm about to come out there. I got something for that.
Hey, not too bad. Maybe your boys still got it. Maybe all that time in the regular BR mode finally paid off and this challenge will be over before we know it. I grab a Porta Fortress. Not sure what that is, but it's a legendary rarity, so I figure it might be worth taking it with me. We finished looting and I joined my teammate Tommy on a golf cart. You know, personally, I think that people crutch on the cars too much in the main Battle Royale mode, and it's nice to go to OG and have it be a little more slower paced, but the golf carts seem like a nice compromise. It's helpful to be able to move around a little bit faster, but they're not as reliable or as defensive as full cars are, so I think it's a good middle ground. After leaving Snobby, we loot this gymnasium area where I pick up a bottle of slurp juice that I will proceed to hold and not gain shields with for some reason. Good to see that some things never change, am I right, guys? Surely I'll get around to using it this match, right? Right? We take a nearby rift, and it is only then that I realize that there is some absolute craziness going on over at Leaky Lake. Like, what in the floating cube island is happening over here? Feeling like I definitely missed some major story developments while I was away, I land and grab a quad launcher as one of my teammates calls out that there's some people nearby. I use my new toy to rain hellfire down on them, and what do you know? I score a knock. Unfortunately, our synthwave gets knocked as well, and I try to land a few more rockets and shots to provide cover, but it's not working so well. Tommy rushes in and gets knocked down as well, leaving Chicken Pimp and I alone on the islands. I accidentally run into the cube trying to move around, but thankfully I just kind of bounce off of it like it's a big purple trampoline. I replace my empty quad launcher with a sniper, and then try to loot this chest on a smaller island, but that's not happening, I guess. So with the storm closing in, I dive down and try to revive Tommy. I finally get a chance to use a Porta Fortress, and damn, this thing is no joke. It's absolutely massive, and gives me plenty of cover to pick Tommy up as he was pretty close to dying. Despite all the nearby gunfire and the storm closing in on us, Tommy really wants to try and reboot Synthwave, so I try to help him speed it up. We're able to stick the reboot, but there's at least 2 teams nearby and we get caught in the crossfire. Sadly, we get wiped in 8th place.
Teammates.
For Game 2, Epic decided that I only needed a team of 3 in this 4-person game mode. Yeah, thanks for that one, guys. We decide to drop into Greasy Grove, and after looting up, I try to link back up with my group, only to have a few weirdos walk on me from the nearby wilderness. I managed to drop one and do some significant damage to another. Yet another player is driving by on an ATV, giving me a chance to show off my amazing aiming skills. Nice. Before yet another enemy walks out of the woods nearby and I eliminate them with the help of Ravenpool. Some nearby gunshots get our attention, but I'm instantly distracted by what looks like zombies hanging out by some big purple crystal structure. If you know me, I'm a big fan of PvE side objectives in my PvP games, so I automatically think that this is a very cool addition to the map, especially because it seems to be dropping great loot. Unfortunately, I completely forgot about the gunshots we heard earlier, and the enemy team walks up behind us. Pig the Butcher gets taken down, and I valiantly tried to defend my teammates by rushing the enemy with an empty shotgun. Whoops! Ravenpool does his best to dodge bullets like he's Neo, repeatedly picking me up and trying to throw me. I'm not really sure how, but we somehow survive long enough to bunker down in this nearby house. My old Apex Legends instincts kick in, causing me to somehow think I could stop the enemies from coming into the house by holding the door. But reality comes crashing in to remind me that we're playing Fortnite, as the enemy team blows apart our hidey hole. We get absolutely clapped, and they send us back to the lobby in 22nd place. As fun as it was to use Calamity, I definitely feel like I need to switch things up if I'm going to get this win. Look good, feel good, play good, right? So I swap over to the Yondar 3000 skin and queue into the next match. For Game 3, I decide to take matters into my own hands and suggest that my team drops at Paradise Palms. And I have to say, I'm really digging the scenery out here. It's always nice to see how Fortnite can add variety to their maps beyond just the rolling green hills aesthetic. We drop on a grenade launcher, and if you know anything about me from this series, it's that I'm absolutely terrible with explosive weapons. I try to lob some love bombs over at the enemy on the nearby rooftop, but it's not really effective outside of just one lucky hit. They retreat to cover, so I drop down and end up finding 2 shield potions. Now normally this would be extremely hype, especially in OG, but at this moment I would kinda just like to have a normal gun, please. The enemy from earlier returns and takes more shots at me, so I decide to book it. I retreat back to my teammates that actually have weapons, grab a nearby sniper rifle, and give my best attempt at doing something that resembles helping. It's not really working though, and I can't even hit a downed enemy player to try and grab their loot. After stunning them by tossing them around, I eventually manage to pickaxe them down, grab their assault rifle, and run back to my homies and, oh, the battle's over. Whoops, a little slow on the draw there, but that's a battle royale for you. Sometimes the loot you land on just doesn't go your way. We chill out by taking a dip while sipping on some shields, and after looting the rest of the POI, our loadout is starting to look pretty stacked. If only I could find some sort of upgrade for my assault rifle, then we'd be... Oh. Nope. Never again. Taking on my role as team leader once again, I ping a nearby spirally thing on the map. Making our way over there, I see it's some sort of racetrack. It actually seems like a pretty decent POI from a conceptual standpoint, but overall, I found the loot out here to be pretty lacking. After picking the bones clean for any spare ammo I can find, we hop on a nearby golf cart with the crew and roll out. Some nearby gunshots catch our attention, leading us to this corrupted purple area. We manage to assist in taking down an enemy when his teammate tries to take some shots at your boy. I land some decent damage, and after a brief moment of hesitation, I decide to give chase so he doesn't have a chance to reset and revive his teammate. I utilize my grappler to close distance and then take high ground when he tries to shoot at me again. Man, maybe all this time getting absolutely wrecked and reload is starting to pay off. He tries to cross into Retail Row, but we're able to secure the elim. I return to my teammates and help them take out some zombie dudes, and by this point the area is absolutely teeming with loot. While exploring around, I get briefly distracted by this bear guy who seems really out of place. And then I see this weird red cube on the ground that says consume. After giving it a chomp, it gives me a nitro effect, so that's kind of cool, I guess. It's pretty fun to run around, but I'm not really sure how useful this will be. After the cube zoomies wear off, we take a nearby rift to scout for enemies. I don't really see anything at first, but eventually some shots ring out. I drop down and try to help my teammates, scoring a knock. A second enemy grapples in on me, but I'm able to take them down as well. I try to shockwave away after taking a ton of damage and try to reset. We have one teammate down, one that apparently left the game, and I'm just trying to shield up, but unfortunately I get shot from the side. Ugh. The enemy thirsts me, and our remaining teammate, the Spartan, does her best to get some eliminations on distant players distracted by fighting. Unfortunately, the sound of her sniper rifle kind of outweighs her attempts at being sneaky, and an enemy team catches her off guard, finishing us off in 3rd place. Man, this was a weird game, because even though it came together kind of at the end, it really didn't feel like I contributed as much as I should have. If I want this win, I am going to have to lock in. For Game 4, I'm trying to bring the good vibes by starting a dance party in the pre-game lobby. Come on, House, let's shake off the dust from not playing OG for a long time and push back against the nerves of trying to play well. Let's just focus on doing our best and having a good time. Right off the bat, one of my teammates pings Lazy Links directly below the battle bus. Knowing how important it is to drop as soon as possible when contesting a nearby POI in a battle royale game like this, I drop, only to see my other remaining teammates decide they want to go further out to a different area. I ping Lazy Links again in a desperate attempt to get some sort of unity, but it's already too late. I guess that's what I get for solo queuing, right? We land contested. And knowing that we're outnumbered, coupled with the fact that I did not see any decent loot nearby, immediately causes me to forget everything I had said before the game started about having fun, laid-back vibes. It is full-on panic time. I mean, look at how I'm trying to drive this golf cart. I am freaking out. I go pick up my Spartan friend, and we begin our trek across the map to meet back up with the other half of our team. We're in a rush because there's strength in numbers in a game like this. But when Ghost Rider gets knocked, then fully killed, I know that we need to take some time and actually grab loot from a nearby house before we progress any further. We find some stuff, but honestly, it's not much. And before we know it, we make our way to the infamous Tilted Towers. The first thing I do is immediately drive up to where our teammate's reboot card is sitting. The Spartan secures it while I try to scout around for a second gun. Even though this loadout is not what I would ideally have at this point in the game, especially in a chaotic area like Tilted, I am ready to try and make the best of what I've got. Turning back, I see that the Spartan is trying to force the reboot on our teammate. I'm admittedly not a huge fan of this plan given all the nearby gunfire, but I know if I don't help her reboot, she will never get it off in time before the enemy team collapses on her. To my surprise, we actually pull it off and aren't punished for it. Man, we sure got lucky. Hopefully we never have to do that again. I'm able to retreat back to a nearby house, pick up a sniper rifle, and drink a shield potion. Right as I'm thinking maybe all the other teams left, Ghost Rider gets dropped again. I try to tag the nearby Art the Clown, but my rust when it comes to sniping is really starting to show. I even miss an easy shot on a distracted Jason Voorhees. What am I doing? The Zadie on our team goes down as well, and I miss one more shot on Art to really cement the fact that I should not be using a sniper rifle in this game. I leave the building I was in and manage to grab Ghost Rider's reboot card. Zadie is in a nearby building, but I'm worried all the horror movie villains are just waiting for us to try and rescue her. Before I know it though, the Spartan is once again trying to reboot Ghost Rider. Being the team player I am, I join in though, accepting my fate as we complete the reboot and the sounds of enemy footsteps close in. I try to run, and our friend the Spartan goes down. I swing wide, hoping that they will lose track of me as Ghost Rider revives Zadie. I'll be honest, I'm full on freaking out at this point, knowing that I am actively being hunted. I do manage to find a legendary turret, and I think to myself, oh man, that's perfect. If the bad guys do find me, I'll just drop this automated turret to even the odds. After laying low for a bit, I don't hear anybody nearby, so I make my way over to the Spartan's reboot card. As I do though, my heart drops as somebody comes running up behind me. The chase is on. I try to get some distance and throw down my turret trap, thinking it will shoot the bad guys in hot pursuit and give me a chance to escape, but as it turns out, I didn't read the name too closely, and this just builds a mounted turret. Uh-oh. Jason is on me, but I manage to use the light post nearby as cover and take him down. I try to run, but the rest of the goon squad is on me. They hesitate on chasing me in order to pick Jason back up, so with my heart pounding in my throat, I'm able to sprint back to my team. I try to find some shields to no avail, and as I'm returning to back my teammates up, I see another random enemy with ice blocks on his feet. I try to snipe him, but come on, you and I both know how that went. I give chase, and turn the corner kind of like that scene in Star Wars where Han accidentally runs into that whole squad of stormtroopers. Realizing I need to get the heck out of Dodge, I tried to take the zip line out of here and, well, that doesn't quite work out as planned. With no other choice, I take down the nearby Christmas tree, thirsting my kill before attempting to get back on the zip line the right way. And unfortunately, Jason gets his revenge. Man, this game is not going my way at all. My teammates take down another player, and Zadie even manages to avenge me by sending Jason back to hell. Unfortunately, Ghost Rider gets knocked yet again, and I hold my breath as I watch Zadie fight off Art the Clown with only 30 health left to her name. With creative grenade usage, she manages to push him back, and even manages to bravely drop down to thirst a knocked enemy and pick up some heals. This Zadie is doing everything she can to keep us in the game, and I have to say her performance is really inspiring to a new player like me. The enemies are coming back though, and Zadie escapes upwards while leaving another grenade in her wake. She finds some shields and a med kit, but even with that, I can't really relax because she is still trapped in this building with enemies on all sides. After topping off her health, she drops down again and quickly secures my reboot card as well as Ghost Rider's, eventually starting yet another daring revive at the van. Zadie somehow manages to pull off the solo reboot before the enemies collapse on her. And I'm actually shaking as I drop back in because I know this is our last chance to make a stand and fight. I grab whatever loot I can as the baddies roll up right on cue. I put out as much damage as I can, and through the power of teamwork, we actually manage to survive. I try to catch my breath, just thinking about how it's amazing that the OG mode somehow keeps surprising me and consistently keeps me on the edge of my seat. We scavenge for what loot we can, and I pick up a stink bomb, thinking that it might come in handy later. With the storm moving in, we leave Tilted, but Ghost Rider and Zadie are way ahead of me in Spartan. They ping enemy activity, so we try to rush and catch up with them like we did at the beginning of this match. We rift in right as the game lets us know that we are down to the last 10 players. We help clean up the remaining enemies, meaning that there's just one team remaining between us and the Victory Royale. I selfishly decide to take this legendary heavy assault rifle. Don't hate on me, guys. We both know that I need every advantage I can get. Okay, I am already getting outclassed and outpaced by my teammates, so hopefully this will help me contribute a little more now that we are at match point. I used one of my stink bombs to fart up the path of some nearby zombies my teammates are trying to farm, but I am so paranoid about this other team hearing the gunshots and trying to sneak up on us that I decide to keep an eye out. Zadie and Ghost Rider move ahead to scout the area out, so I go back and try to help the Spartan clear the remaining zombies for loot. While doing so, though, I get shot from the side right as Zadie drops an enemy with her sniper rifle. The final battle is on. Zadie and Ghost Rider are in battle, but we're stuck on the other side of the purple corrupted ravine. Zadie manages to drop another enemy with her shotgun. I'm a little worried because I don't have any shields, but I know that I need to get over there and back my teammates up. As I descend, I see more of those red cubes from earlier, and get the notification that Zadie is down. My heart is pounding so hard that I can hear it and feel it in my ears as I consume the cube to quickly nitro run to my teammates' aid. As I arrive, I try to swing wide to take an off angle and chase a retreating enemy I see, but my heart drops as Ghost Rider goes down as well. I'm feeling a huge amount of pressure, but the Spartan is still way behind me. I spot an enemy trying to revive, and I lob a stink bomb to disrupt them. They try to book it, but I manage to shoot the down teammate off their back. I reload and give chase, narrowly avoiding getting shot as I pass this doorway. I see the enemy player run upstairs, and I give chase as Ghost Rider gets full killed. I reach the top of the stairs to find Michael Myers waiting for me, but I manage to take him down with my shotgun. I thirst the kill, grabbing a legendary pump and SMG for my troubles. My loadout is coming together, and with only one enemy player remaining, I can only pray that my luck continues to hold out. I try to scout the remaining player, and the nearby zombies make me think he's hiding somewhere near the house. As I look around, the last baddie catches me off guard by shooting me with a mounted turret. I dodge a barrage of bullets and bumbling beasties to make my way back to the cover of the house. The zombies are starting to become a liability, so I take them down. And as I do, I see that the Spartan has revived Zadie. The turret dude is still trying to shoot me, so I'm just praying that keeping his attention will let my teammates pull this off, and Zadie, freshly plucked from the cold embrace of death, clutches up with her sniper rifle to secure the win. The rush I feel is unparalleled. And even though this wasn't a record-breaking amount of kills or anything, I feel super proud of myself and my team for fighting through all of that craziness and managing to pick up the dub. So there we have it, another OG season umbrella to add to my collection. Overall, I really enjoyed diving back into this mode, and I'm glad that things feel a little bit different now. It's nice to have that old school feel and slower pace, but there's still enough changes that things felt fresh, which was a big reason I put this series on hold in the first place. I am so glad that I decided to check this season out, so thank you to everyone who pushed me to give OG another shot. And I wanted to say a very special shout out to Zumbapui. I'm probably butchering your name, I'm sorry. But a huge shout out to you for leaving comments, giving me reasons to check this mode out, especially before Fortnitemares ended. You were right. This season and this update were right up my alley, and I really enjoyed it, so thank you so much. Also, shoutouts to my teammates for carrying me in that last match, especially that Zadie. She was definitely the MVP of the game. And a special shoutout, last but certainly not least, to all of you who watched the previous OG movies or any of my recent videos. I wouldn't be able to chase this crazy dream of mine and make some amazing content for you guys without all the love. So just know that I appreciate you, and I am so thankful that I was blessed to be able to make this content for you guys. I'm not sure what the future will hold when it comes to Fortnite OG, but for now, I'm having a ton of fun checking out the new Simpsons mini-season, so be sure to sub to the channel for all the exciting stuff coming in the future. But with all that said, I think this video has gone on long enough. I'm Haunted House, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to eat well, stay hydrated, take care of yourself and those around you. And I will see you in the next one, friends.